plan for today, Stefan?
Okay, so we've been invited by Marina Yacht Club, MS, Isaac Alvarez Cabrera, Luis. Going to fumigate the town here in Luperon. We're really happy. He sponsored some diesel and some fumigation. So maybe he can speak to you in Spanish and tell you what we're gonna do.
Sí, my friend.
Hola, amigo.
Nada, aquí estamos tratando de hacer la fumigación para el pueblo de Luperon y los lados de los campos con los productos de químicos y desinfectantes contra plagas e insectos. Todos los muchachos de la Marina Yacht Club, mi amigo Stefan.
Pero no problema gato, perro.
No hay problema ni con perro ni con gato, solamente con plagas e insectos. Si hay una persona que plaga, it's joking, man. It's joking. It's no problem.
It doesn't help with coronavirus,
it's
eh?
okay, it's normal. It's only for the insects and it's for cleaning. No, it's no problem.
It's not for dogs, animals, solo
no, it's okay.
So it's not going to help with coronavirus, guys. It's not for the coronavirus, it's just for normal, basically, insects and any bacterials that are growing inside the city.
It will also kill people that complain a lot.
It's no problem. So, this machine is for one guy for Navarrete. Esta máquina es una persona de Navarrete que nos ha podido ayudar con eso en nuestro equipo. Y tenemos unos calentadores de gas y este producto por allá. Y aquí está el gas. Luego se impulsa por la bomba y sale a hacer la fumigación como si hubiera sido aparte. Es excelente.
Muchas grande, amigo. Muchas grande. So he's doing a great injustice or a great justice to the city.
Really happy to be able to do this. Social distancing, but we're going to do something great.
I mean, people just out of the kindness of their hearts just doing stuff like this is amazing. So thank you very much to MS Yacht Club and to the managers and crew.
Gracias. Gracias.
See you guys on the other side. And to you, Stefan, for joining in on this.
Gracias.
And hope the PAPERBOAT project can show that how much we're helping want to do to the city, man. That's what we're all about, man. That's what we're all about.
Skelly, tu hambre.
Skelly, tu hambre. Hola, amigo.
Take it back to when nobody used to know me. Lights down low, I was just chilling with my homies. Now that we're popping, everybody is talking. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made
Cerveza dominicana.
This is for my day ones, day one. This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep south sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones, day one. Izquierda pa' derecha, dale bien paga. Yo quiero que tú bailes, dale sin paga. Todo mundo, hey, quiero vacilar. Take it, and I'll throw it right back.
We're on the northernmost point of Dominican Republic, close to Luperon, and we're close to the Haitian border, and it's just so peaceful and beautiful. A lot of farming going on, lots of land, palm trees, cattle, and one day I'm gonna have a house here and I'm gonna build 5 or 6 little chalets, and you guys are gonna come hang out with me. Okay, gracias. Okay, so we'll put that there. Gracias, amigo. Hey, perfecto.
With all this work, we need to have a lot of monster in us to keep going, don't we?
I have a big monster in me, buddy.
TM. We're busy getting the sail bag covered, fixed, sorted out. Because we're tired of having no sail covers. When you're out in the water, you need to cover it away and you don't want to fucking put rope through it, so.
And they'll be nice with you.
So, we just figured out that it's much cheaper. We just figured out it's much cheaper for us to actually fix the sail bags ourselves instead of buying like a whole lot of line and getting them to fix it for us and so on. We asked them, let's make it easier and quicker to actually put the sail cover on and off the whole time, because you don't want to pack it away with line and rope and tie it up every day. So we ended up getting little clasps, and we're standing outside, as you can see there, boom. Standing outside, busy doing it ourselves.
Well, we have a little bit of help, but it's just always cheaper to do it this way.
So again, Stefan?
People think that, okay, the thing is not working anymore, we just need a new one. But I can honestly tell you, if you just repair stuff, you'll get away with doing it so much cheaper. And it will probably not look brand new, but it will still act.
Exactly. So that's our plan for today. As you can see, we are busy putting on new clasps, and hopefully it's going to look much better. So that's one lesson from the captain for today. There's so many more.
You make me laugh. I'm drawing it closer to you.
Okay, look at what I'm doing, guys. I'm making the old stainless look really brand new with this cleaning. Well, I use this for fiberglassing as well, cleaning fiberglass before you fiberglass, and it's really tough stuff. And it'll take off anything, something that you cannot get off with flits or polishing stainless. This is my plates that the anchor chain lies on, so it doesn't need to look extremely beautiful, but I've painted the whole bowsprit and also the point of the sprit where the anchor chain comes back. And these are gonna go back there and they're gonna look nice and shiny. And that's what I'm doing right now. We're making it look nice.
I'm drawing it closer.
This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. And so I'm very happy to go put that on. Oh, and also I spray painted the windlass. I serviced it this morning. I took this part off and I serviced all the little springs, the pole springs, and the little skarniertjies and everything in here. That is serviced. This side serviced. I still have to put in some new, what do you call it? I forget what you call it. But in any case, there's some new parts that still needs to go in that I still have to put in. But she's painted, she's acting beautiful, and she looks brand new. And this is gonna accommodate her on the bow.
Awesome! And by the way, look at that beautiful boat. Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Guys, check this out. This thing just caught a tarantula.
Welcome to Dominican Republic.
What the hell? Hey guys, another exciting day here in Luperon. This is Magic Woman. She was a paper boat once and now she's a real boat. And man, let me tell you, folding a paper boat and then sailing a real boat, two different things. What I'm busy with right now is the diesel tank. Guys, I have a problem. I have a real problem, and I wish all of you that's watching was here to have me give me some solutions. The situation I have is there's corrosion at the bottom of my tank. I had that before and I put a new piece of aluminum over it. It's back. I do not know how to stop it. Please tell me how you think I can stop the corrosion on my diesel tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the problem is. I'm going to tell you what I think I'm going to do, and then hopefully that stops the issue. So this is the aluminum tank, and you see that I've cleaned it here, and right there where I'm pointing there's a little pinhole, and as I press you'll see the gas just come through there. You'll also see that this is a second piece of aluminum that I've put over it that looks very scuffy and scrummy, which I'll clean up nicely. It's a bummer because it seems like there's some sort of a corrosion happening at where the diesel tank is, and I do not know what else to put in there. Zinc's in the boat, it's grounded, the tank is grounded, everything else that needs to be grounded is grounded, so I don't know why this keeps happening. It's really frustrating, and it's something that I don't want to be thinking about, oh, is my diesel tank, because you actually have to take the whole tank out, right, to see what's happening. Luckily I did again, and we're fixing it up. Tan loco, mi amigo. Wow, wow, wow.
Coronavirus aquí.
No coronavirus aquí.
Nosotros lo buscamos cura.
A Punta Cana. ¿Qué?
Coronavirus y nosotros lo
Es muerde aquí.
No, hombre.
Con ese, no posible. Okay guys, we can't get the screws out, so he's soldering that piece of metal to the screw so we can get it out. Man, anything can be done here.
Un poquito.
Me pide leche, sí.
Ya.
Okay. Man, improvise, adapt, and survive. Okay guys, this is the new and improved diesel tank for Magic. And I'm wondering if it's not better to have a plastic or a fiberglass tank. Because as you will see, as I'm sanding away all the grime, there's like little imperfections, look here. And I'm just thinking it's a matter of time before I have to replace this bad boy. So tell me, what do you think? Plastic, fiberglass, aluminum? I'm ruling out plastic. We have yet another wood job. There's a lot of wood jobs going on. What shall we name this episode, guys?
Something to do with wood, but...
What should we name the episode, Kevy?
I think wood job's a good idea.
Wood job! How to clean your wood.
How to clean your wood, there we go. I think that's
that's
the
funny.
ticket right there.
So what we have is this beautiful boat with a lot of wood inside, as you can see. But it's really looking dark right now, and it's really looking bad. So what I want to show you is over time, you know, it just faded. And at this point here, you can see that that's just really hungry for some oil. And then some of the hatches that was leaking, we had a little bit of a leak. I think it was here somewhere, but we fixed it. You can see where the water dripped down there over time from not being in it. It's really stained it. So we had that situation on the port side here. I want to show you what Lisa's done. So Lisa, talk us through what you've done there.
Yeah, so I did a little test patch because I did a bit of research going around the internet trying to learn what I could learn about restoring wood in a kind of inexpensive and efficient and easy way. And what I discovered is that if you mix linseed oil with turpentine, which just helps to thin it out and helps it penetrate in the wood, that makes a really good kind of restoration oil.
Tell me about the mix that we've decided to do with the linseed and the turpentine, and I want you to tell them what we found on the internet about the 50s and the 60s, because that's very interesting for me.
It is interesting, yeah. I first googled linseed oil because we have some, and I thought if we can use something that we already have, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And a lot of the first things that came up were that linseed oil was used in previous to the 1950s and 60s, basically all the earlier kind of classic boats, all the boat builders finished and basically treated all the wood with linseed oil. And
so I know there's some of the people that's watching this show, because I've had some contact with you guys that actually sailed in the 60s. And so if you have any comments about linseed oil and turpentine, let us know, because I was so amazed that we saw on the internet that the old sailors, you know, the salty sailors, the guys that didn't have the $5 million boats to circumnavigate the globe solo in 3 months, which is what they're doing right now. You know, the real, I feel like the real sailors, maybe I shouldn't say that, but those guys did it with turpentine and linseed oil.
Right.
And so that's what we're gonna do.
Right, and there was a lot of people on different forums and having discussions and stuff that even argued that it's still to this day better than a lot of mass-produced, really chemical-heavy kind of things. So anyway, I played around a little bit with the mixture, and I think on the test patch, the linseed oil is still sitting quite on top. It's got a bit of a layer that's not penetrating.
So let's talk percentage. How much of the linseed oil, how much turpentine?
Well, like anything on the internet, once you go down the rabbit hole, you'll find 100 different answers. But I found that some people said 50-50, some people said 3/4 turpentine to 1/4 linseed oil. For my test patch, I went in the middle, so I did about 2/3 turpentine to 1/3 linseed oil, and I think that's actually still a little bit too thick because this wood is quite thirsty.
Okay.
I imagine it hasn't been treated in a while.
No.
So
will you treat my wood, please?
Oh
Oh my goodness, so many jokes about wood, guys. She's coming together. I'm really happy with the progress that we've made. It's been a lot of dedication, hard work, but you know what? It really feels good. If you have some time, I'm gonna put a link below. Go read the poem by Stefan Heiberg out of the book called Wanderer. And it's all about a journey without the stability of finances and the joy that that can bring. I'm gonna put that down below. Maybe one day I'll read the poem on the show. I think that'll be fun. Any case, enough talking, babbling. I'm gonna get back to working and I'll show you the afterwards. You're awesome. Have a good day, my friend.
This is for my day one. Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep side sweating out flavor.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you haven't done so already, please smash that subscribe button, hit a like, post a comment, and consider becoming one of my patrons and support my work. Next week, we get our hands really dirty in fixing this beauty that I call Magic Woman. Remember, you're awesome and you can overcome anything you want. See you next time, right here.
And I'll throw it right back.